Want to know a secret? I love video games. What do you mean that's not a secret?
Video games, video games, video games. You know what my favorite video game of all time is? Super Smash Bros.
Truly, what does this have to do with anything, DPX? Well, what kind of game would you consider Super Smash Bros? A fighting game? A party game? Sure, but what else? That's right, a crossover game.
I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that everyone loves a good crossover. I mean, look at some TV or movie crossovers. Freddy vs. Jason, the most epic movie of all time, Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery, Alien vs. Predator.
Sorry, we don't talk about that last one.
But for real, we got Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, Phineas and Ferb Mission Marvel, Who Framed Roger Rabbit had both Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse sharing a scene. That was crazy. Batman and the Ninja Turtles famously crossed over, and it was anything but a cowabummer. The TMNT also crossed over with the Power Rangers once. We got Godzilla and Charles Barkley. Okay, how about Dracula and Billy the Kid? Okay, the Punisher and Eminem. Okay, how about this one? Batman and Elmer Fudd?
And who can forget Greg the video game nut, or even the VGN crossing over with DPX on an episode of Solo Missions.
Wait, how'd you get here?
I was stuck in your boiler room, but I got out.
My boiler room?
Yeah.
I don't have a boiler room.
And whose fault is that?
Okay, well, can you get out of my house, please? Everyone, meet Greg!
Now that DPX went over some strange and or iconic crossover movies, shows, and comics, I think now it's time to go over some weird crossover games. There's a lot of that you could probably think of. DPX mentioned Smash, but there's also Marvel vs. Capcom, Kingdom Hearts, Multiverses, KOF, Mario Sonic at the Olympics, and many more.
We're not here to discuss those. Maybe in the future some of them will get their own episode. I know one in particular will, but I'm not covering them today.
Ah, man.
Shut up. But instead of playing those, we're gonna play Battle Soccer Field No Hasha.
The fuck is that? Oh, it's a crossover between Godzilla, Gundam, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, and they're all playing soccer. How the fuck did I not think of that?
So this is Battle Soccer Field No Hasha. As you can tell, I'm playing the Japanese version because that is the only version. It was only released in Japan. So because of that, I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're doing it.
Hey, so is this two-player?
You're gonna insert yourself into my video, you're gonna play by my rules!
So I don't know Japanese, but I do know that that's Ultraman, so I'm gonna select Ultraman, and I guess I'll just wing it for the rest of my team.
Why is this a game? Never fucking mind!
As for the gameplay, it's a perfectly fine soccer game. I mean, obviously we've gotten much better soccer games over the years, but I think the crossover of Japanese franchises really sells this one. I'm playing soccer with Ultraman, Godzilla, Kamen Rider, and the Gundam. How cool is that?
Most people don't actually know this, but they're all friends and like to play soccer with each other a lot, am I right? What are you doing? You just scored on yourself! Okay, DPX, let me have a try at this. So, yeah, I guess there's not really much to say about this one. It's a soccer game. Most of the characters play the same. They do have different special flashy moves, but that's the most different thing about everyone. So, next game.
So this is your show now?
No, but I have a question for you, DPX. Have you ever played poker before?
No, I've never played poker before in my life.
No, that's a lie.
Yeah, you're right, that is a lie.
I knew it! You've got that poker face!
Yeah, I do. Why were you asking me?
I don't know. I was just curious.
Oh, okay. Wait, wanna know what that reminds me of?
Heavy from Team Fortress 2. Max, the rabbit from Sam and Max. And two web series characters that I've never heard of before. What do they all have in common? Well, obviously they all like to play poker. Yeah, Telltale Games, you know the ones, made a poker game where you play poker with Heavy, Max, Tycho Brahe, and Strongbad.
So this is why you asked me about poker?
Nah, I guess it was just a coincidence.
Alright, well, without further ado, let's go play Poker Night at the inventory, even though I really don't know how to play poker.
That's a lie!
It's not a lie!
You literally just admitted you knew how to play poker!
I haven't played in like 5 years!
Please, ZPX is a liar!
What the fuck? I've not
What is
played
it?
I feel like this title screen's mugging me.
So this strange guy is taking me down to where the main characters are playing poker. And as it turns out, I can't play as Heavy, Max, or Bebop, or Rocksteady, or whatever the fuck they're called, but I'm just me, I guess.
Hey, gentlemen. I hope there is room at the table for a fifth.
Ah, fresh meat.
Excuse me?
Tonight's stakes will be $10,000.
Oh, okay, so I guess that's what he meant by fresh meat.
Yeah, but like, why did he say that when, like, never mind.
So now I have started playing poker at night in the inventory.
Not funny.
If I'm going to be honest, there's not a whole lot to say here. Pretty much, have you played poker? If yes, then Poker Night at the Inventory is a poker game. And despite me not really knowing how to play poker, and also, you know, not having a whole lot to say about it, this game is actually really good. I have no idea what I'm doing, but these 4 characters who I'm playing poker with are so mismatched that it actually makes the game somewhat endearing.
Sweet. May our shared inability to recognize quality be rewarded. We should get jobs at a fancy publisher.
Indeed we should.
Strong bad
Whatever you're
news
hinting
then.
at there.
You know, DPX, it sounds like fun. I should open my C-map and see if I can buy this right now. Oh no.
What happened?
Poker Night, the inventory's been delisted.
So yeah, I guess due to licensing, Poker Night at the Inventory was delisted from Steam in 2019. It's unfortunate because I remember getting this game for like $5, so it would have been an easy recommendation because it's really good.
It's also worth noting that Telltale came out with a sequel, Poker Night 2. I guess we're not at the inventory anymore? And you thought the crossover in the first game was weird? The second game consisted of Claptrap from Borderlands, Brock Samson from the Adult Swim series Venture Bros, Ash Williams from Evil Dead, and this time we got Sam from Sam and Max, and GLaDOS from Portal as the dealer. This one got a wider release than the first, being released digitally on the PS3 and Xbox 360, because the first one was only on PC. But unfortunately, like the first game, Poker Night 2 is delisted, so this means the series is officially dead. Also, we're not gonna play Poker Night 2 because DPX sucks and he never got it.
That's not very nice.
Well, if we can't play Poker Night at the inventory 2, I've got an idea. Let's play Sonic Lost World.
Sonic Lost World.
Yeah!
That's a crossover? That's not a crossover.
No, the DLC! You're playing the Sonic Lost World crossover DLC. Are you hyped, DPX?
As hyped as a Wii U startup jingle can get me.
Before we play the Sonic Lost World DLC, as a whole, my opinion on Sonic Lost World is the game is an experience that becomes mid super fast.
Damn.
No pun intended there too.
That's weird, nothing is happening.
Wait, try this.
No, right, yeah, nah, I get it. No, I get it. I fucking get it!
Alright, well that's fucking dumb, but let's play the game. Huh, that's weird. I immediately get thrown into a story mode cutscene.
Well, we can just skip.
We have to play the first level in order to access the DLC? Not a problem with me.
Okay, so I finished the first level and have unlocked all the DLC levels. We're gonna start off with the Knights one.
Which, by the way, this is the first time I'm hearing about a Knights level in Sonic Lost World. Did not know about that, and also this proves that, at least as of like 2013, Sega actually remembered that Knights exists.
Huh. Imagine not knowing about the Knights level in Sonic Lost World. Could it be me?
Fuck you, Greg. Huh, that's weird. I could have sworn I selected the Knights level. Oh shit! Oh shit!
So pretty much what this level is just a boss rush mode where you go through the Deadly Six, the main villains of Sonic Lost World, consisting of Zack, Zoc, Zeke, Zook, Zack, and Zook, or whatever the fuck their names are, but this time with a night skin.
Without further ado, I must play.
Okay, beat that.
Come on, stick the landing, DPX!
Let's go! Yes! 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 Yes!
Oh,
God damn!
Okay, so I'm playing now, and unlike DPX, I'm actually good at video games, so I don't fall through the fingers here. Really, not much to say here. It's pretty much just an extra level in Sonic Lost World.
I think it's pretty neat that Sega did this with this game, but yeah, it is just a boss rush mode, so next! Alright, next up, Yoshi's Island.
Now, I remember back in the day when this was announced, and it was funny and all, that Yoshi was not in Super Mario 3D World, but he was in Sonic Lost World.
That's cool and all, but can you just remind me who asked?
Unlike the Knights level, the Yoshi's Island level is pretty much what you would expect from a level of Yoshi's Island. But instead of playing as Yoshi and being able to use your tongue and flutter, you are Sonic, and you use the abilities of Sonic.
So pretty much, it plays like how do you expect Sonic in a Yoshi game would play.
You play as Sonic, but you collect a whole bunch of eggs, like in Yoshi. The enemies are not robot animals, but rather Shy Guys and Piranha Plants, like in Yoshi. You don't collect rings, like in Sonic, but you collect coins, like in Yoshi. You also even travel through pipes, like in Yoshi.
I think we get it.
And lastly, we got the Legend of Zelda Zone.
This one definitely seems like it has the most attention put into it. Sonic is actually dressed as Link, they made a big 3D level, even the controls are a bit different.
For the worse.
So for the rest of the entire game, when Sonic does his homing attack, there is a target on the enemy, and you hit the enemy, and the enemy dies. Not in this level, though. When you do your homing attack, you have to mash and hit your enemy multiple times before the enemy dies. Just weird that they changed the controls for just a singular level of the game. So is that sound just gonna play every time I'm low on health? Wonderful.
Killing these Octoroks is weird too. You can't just do your homing attack to one of them. They shoot shit at you and you're just supposed to do your homing attack at the shit. At least I think that it is shit. I don't fucking know.
Despite all that though, there is actually a lot of creativity in this one and I do like it. It's not just a generic reskin or anything. Not that the others were, but still. Like right now, I'm in the dungeon.
It's Link!
Hey DPX, I got a game for you. It's called Cannon Spike.
Cannon Spike?
Yeah, you remember Cannon Spike, right?
Wait, remember? From what? When did I... what?
You don't remember Cannon Spike?
No.
Roll back the clip.
Many of the rarest Sega Dreamcast games include Giga Wing, Giga Wing 2, Ill Bleed, Cannon Spike, Cannon Spike.
Oh, Cannon Spike! That was a crossover?
Yeah.
Huh.
20XX AD, a troubled world economy caused a surge of mass terrorism. With warfare spreading to every city, people live in constant fear.
To combat the terrorist robot soldiers, the World Union for Peace organized a special force with motorboats for ultimate stability.
I think you mean mobility.
World Union for Peace.
Special forces, you say?
So who exactly does this group consist of? Oh, obviously, yeah, the team of Charlie Nash from Street Fighter, Cammy from Street Fighter, Arthur from fucking Ghosts and Goblins, and these two characters. I think they're OCs, right? Are they OCs?
Well, not really. Shiba is actually based from Capcom's 3 Wonders arcade game, while Simone is based from Alien vs. Predator. Or at least characters based from those games.
So, they are OCs, because you just said they're based off of characters.
Somewhat, but not really.
Let's just play.
By the way, I'd like to mention that for the lowest difficulty options, even below very easy, is baby and child.
So, in other words, the game is telling you to get good!
So we're at the character select screen, and just like how I do in Street Fighter, I'm gonna select Cammy.
You would, wouldn't you?
I gotta be honest with you, this game is actually freaking awesome. Tight controls, banging music, good visuals for the time, smooth movement. Cannon Spike is a genuinely good game.
Haha, you suck, my turn!
So Greg, who are you gonna play as?
I'm gonna play as Mega Man.
Mega Man?
Yeah, he's in this. You never knew?
No! Well, sorry Greg, sucks to suck, but Mega Man's not in this game. I'll be having that!
I'm playing as Mega Man, and wow, he feels right at home in a game like this, as it's a shooter, but he does look very out of place. And also...
That does not sound like Mega Man.
I agree.
Why do you always agree with me on everything?
Not everything.
True.
Anyways, I'm taking that back. So, pretty much all characters feel similar for the most part. They each have their own unique special move, but other than that, every character has similar abilities. In addition to Mega Man, BB Hood from Darkstalkers is another hidden character, making Cannon Spike a crossover between Street Fighter, Mega Man, Darkstalkers, Ghosts and Goblins, Alien vs. Predator, and 3 Wonders.
I don't know, maybe it's because it's an arcade game that got ported to the Dreamcast, and only the Dreamcast, but it's a shame nobody ever talks about Cannon Spike because it might just be a hidden gem for the console. It is the rarest game for it after all.
Speaking of Capcom, by the way, they are no strangers to crossovers. And you know where I'm going with this.
Just like I alluded to like 2 seconds ago, like literally 2 seconds ago, did you like forget already? Cannon Spike is far from Capcom's only crossover game. Project Cross Zone is an RPG that crosses over with characters from Capcom, Sega, and Namco. Pocket Fighter has characters from both Street Fighter and Darkstalkers. Street Fighter Cross Mega Man is an officially endorsed fan game that I'm not gonna talk about today, but maybe a different day. But the most famous of all the Capcom crossovers has got to be Marvel vs. Capcom.
But DPX and I feel like most people forget this, but Marvel vs. Capcom did not start off with Clash of Superheroes. It actually started off with X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
And yeah, this episode I tried to go for some lesser known crossovers, but we all know Marvel vs. Capcom. I'd like to assume we all know that, but I feel like not too many people know about X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
I literally just said that.
So without further ado, we're gonna go play X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Wait, we?
Yeah, go get your controller ready.
Oh shit!
Optic flash. Shinku Hadouken. X-Men versus Street Fighter! This is X-Men versus Street Fighter!
Really?
X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Now loading.
You see? That there is just in case if you're forgetting what game you're playing.
Yeah, and also if you forget that it's loading, you know?
Right? It's just easy to forget that.
Yeah, stop agreeing with me.
You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I will! So, this is the character roster. Honestly, a neat selection of characters from both X-Men and Street Fighter.
Well, the X-Men side is pretty good. The Street Fighter side is a little odd. It's not bad, but it's just a little odd, at least when you think about the most popular characters now. Obviously, you got Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li, you know, makes sense, the 3 faces of Street Fighter. Bison is the main villain, so that makes sense. Cammy's super popular. Zangief, okay, but Dalsum and Nash? They kind of stick out like a sore thumb. Nash especially because he's the only character here not from Street Fighter 2.
It's really not that deep, DPX.
Deep PX.
Oh, brother.
That's it! Me, you, best of 3, right here, right now!
Okay.
He's good.
Best of 5. Oh shit, Akuma?
Yeah, doing what he does best. Being a hidden character.
I'm gonna play as him, and that will be the start of the DPX comeback tour.
Alright then.
Round 1, fight! Optic blast! KO! Cyclops win!
Yeah! Woo!
What the fuck?
You see, DPX, though Akuma might be a hidden character, and he has more powerful specials than the rest of the cast, he's got nerfed to hell.
Why did you tell me that?
Because, well, maybe if you knew, you'd choose someone else.
And I would win, right? Fuck. That makes sense.
Want to play casual just for fun?
Sure, why not?
So you may have noticed that Greg and I haven't really given our opinions on X-Men vs. Street Fighter because we were too busy sweating. Well, obviously, this game is a lot of fun. It's definitely been outdone by not just Marvel vs. Capcom, but even between this game and the first MVC, we got Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. Pretty much the same game as X-Men vs. Street Fighter, but with a bigger roster. But still, this game holds up pretty well.
Fun fact about this game, by the way, this actually isn't the first time Marvel and Capcom have collaborated. This is kind of what came after the success of an X-Men fighting game developed by Capcom called X-Men Children of the Atom, where Street Fighter's Akuma is a secret character followed up by Marvel Superheroes the following year.
It's also worth noting that while we were in the process of making this video, Capcom announced a Marvel vs. Capcom collection, and one of the games included was X-Men vs. Street Fighter. But more importantly, you know, MVC2. Let's fucking go.
And I think it's safe to say that both of our reactions were along the lines of this.
Yeah, let's fucking go! Go! Yes! Let's fucking go! Finally, I fucking beat you, Greg Washed!
That's cool and all, but did you know that we still got more crossovers by Capcom to go through? You see, with the success of Marvel vs. Capcom, not only did MVC become a major Capcom franchise, but it spawned a bigger one with the Capcom vs. series. This would eventually lead to SNK vs. Capcom, which I feel like a lot of people know about, but there's another Capcom vs. game that not many people talk about. And that's Tatsunoko vs. Capcom.
The fuck is Tatsunoko?
It's an anime studio.
Oh, okay, sounds right up your alley, so let's play.
Tatsunoko vs. Capcom!
The fuck is Tatsunoko?
I literally just told you.
I get breakdown!
You deserve this.
You're right, I did deserve that.
Tatsunoko vs. Capcom!
More power to you, I guess.
Alright, now to see the roster, let's not forget that I don't know who half of the characters are in this game. On the Capcom side, it's very interesting, to be honest. Many characters that were never even in MVC are in this game. Like, we got representation from games like Onimusha and Rival Schools, which I think is pretty neat.
Not to mention, TVC doesn't have Mega Man, but instead Mega Man Volnut from Mega Man Legends. Oh, and it also has Alex from Street Fighter 3. Weird decision, but I'll take it. No, DPX, you know why I'm bringing up Alex in particular?
Because he's based on Hulk Hogan.
Correct!
We're so close. So close to going an entire episode without mentioning Hulk Hogan. So close.
Alright, so we got a Capcom vs. Capcom matchup here. I'm playing Mega Man and Morrigan.
And I got Ryu and Beautiful Joe.
No fair! The camera follows you!
So first impressions, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom feels very nice. It may not be as flashy as a game like MVC, and I think the visuals might not have aged that well, but it's a good game.
Since it's a Wii exclusive though, don't play with the Wiimote please. Hell, find a classic controller, maybe even a GameCube controller.
Shit! Fuck!
Oh, sorry DPX.
This is literally my first game.
Alright, maybe I actually need to utilize this crossover properly. I'll have a Tatsunoko character on my team. I'll go pick, Gundam with the Lance.
No, stupid, that's Tekkaman.
As in like Tekken?
No, well, to keep things short, Tekkaman is an anime franchise about mecha warriors who fight aliens.
That's cool and all, but who asked? Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Yeah, not much else to say about this one. It's a very good game.
Might just be one of the best games on the Wii.
Greg,
Yeah, ZPX.
I think we got time for one more game. Ooh, goody.
You see, Marvel and Capcom had great success crossing over with each other, but that is Marvel, a comic book superhero company, and Capcom, whose biggest IP is arguably the biggest fighting game ever in Street Fighter. But I say arguably, because what else can you argue is the biggest fighting game franchise but Mortal Kombat? And as for Marvel, who is their rival? None other than DC. So why not have Mortal Kombat and DC crossover?
You know, you kind of worded it as if people actually wanted this.
Yeah, you're right. Nobody actually asked for this, but without further ado, let's go play Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe.
So to start, the menu has some cool animations of Scorpion and Batman fighting each other. Pretty neat, honestly.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Is Superman okay?
Is Shang Tsung okay?
Is Wonder Woman okay?
Are any of them okay?
I don't think so.
So this is the roster. Maybe because this was Midway and this is actually acknowledged as the 8th Mortal Kombat game, but wow, the DC characters, they really do feel out of place here.
I agree. Even though that's half the roster, something just feels off about their inclusion.
How you don't like agreeing with me?
I don't like you agreeing with me.
You know what, that's true as well.
By the way, I'd just like to mention that Shazam is in this game as Captain Marvel. Yeah, this sure aged well.
Alright, let's go, DPX.
Deathstroke. Scorpion. Round 1. Fight.
Really? No character intros or anything?
So this is a very weird game. Not that it's bad. In fact, all things considered, I don't think we've talked about a bad game in this entire episode. But in the context of Mortal Kombat, it's very bizarre. You know, this was before the big Mortal Kombat reboot, so this was during the 3D era for Mortal Kombat.
We'll just say, this was not the best period for the franchise.
Scorpion wins.
Well, one thing is certain, DPX is bad at fighting games! Well, I guess we all know where NRS gets their stiffness from. You know what, DPX? Let's try to get a fatality.
Scorpion wins. Flawless victory.
That was it? That was the fatality?
You know what? Maybe let me try a DC character. Maybe they'll have a cool fatality.
Captain Marvel wins. Flawless victory. Heroic brutality.
So you got a Mortal Kombat game that's rated T!
It's the DC characters, has to be it. Warner Brothers doesn't want Superman ripping out someone's spinal cord and pissing on it. They don't want Katana chopping up Batman's dick. They don't even want the DC characters to do that shit to each other.
But the problem is this takes away from Mortal Kombat, and especially since it's officially the 8th entry, it's the only one to be rated T, and something just doesn't feel right about that.
Oh, I've just had it. We're done here.
So you just want me to leave now?
Huh?
Who the hell is calling? I better pick this up.
Since this is a crossover, I'm here now. Since this is a crossover, I'm here now.
Since this is a crossover, I'm here now. I'm here now.
Since this is a crossover,
This is a crossover, I'm here now. Since this is a
Please.
crossover,
No,
I'm here
John.
now.
Here now.
Since this is a crossover,
Since
I'm
this
here
is a
now.
crossover,
Since
I'm
this is a
here now.
crossover, I'm here now.
Whoa.
Since this is a crossover, I'm here now.
This is a crossover.
I'm here now. I'm here now.
Since this is a crossover,
Since this is a crossover, I'm here now.
Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe.
We got him.
Alright, enough! I'm here! I'm the one in person, not any of you. Goodbye!
Yeah, Greg, you know what, I enjoyed your company, don't get me wrong, but like, this has gone completely off the rails and just gone insane. I think it's time for you to leave.
But-
You did come out of my boiler room.
But I thought you don't have a boiler room.
Shit. Fuck. Can you just leave?
Fine.
Please? So, yeah. Back to the good old days. I don't know how to end these videos, but... What the fuck?
Hey guys, what's that? Rare outro segment for DPX? Well, first of all, thank you so much for watching through to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. But second of all, huge shoutouts to Greg the Video Game Nut, my good friend, who collabed with me, you know, a little crossover episode in the crossover episode. He's a fellow YouTuber just like me, so go subscribe to him, show him some love as he makes more content, even though he fucking shot me like 2 seconds ago. Additionally, I'd just like to thank everyone else who also made their little cameo appearances in here. And yeah, see you guys next time.